said you needed a test, Paul. Was that what you got today?
Very much so. Yeah, I thought it was a great test, and I think sometimes when a team comes up from the Championship, they can be kind of misunderstood into thinking they're going to struggle this year. That's not a team that's going to struggle this year. That's a really good side, and they've built something strong here, not just on the field but off it as well. And it's a huge credit to them as a club. And this is a tough place to come, so I'm really pleased to get the performance that we got.
So what won you the game then?
I think we had some defensive resilience there, apart from the one try that we conceded, and towards the back end of the game, we nailed a couple of opportunities, which again, once we got a bit of daylight between us and ourselves, we felt a lot more comfortable, because for long periods that game was in the balance.
What about the defensive attitudes today? I said to you the other day about being tested, and they threw something at you, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. And I've got to credit Emro Carroll there. He's worked really hard this week, and I'm giving the guys a defensive plan, so to speak. And we always talk about game plan, and people quite often talk about attack, but there's a game plan defensively there, because Wakefield are a team that really do challenge you, and we have to be up to that. There is still a fair bit of improvement in us, I feel, but I thought edge defence in particular was really strong.
What about playing Jake Wingfield today? Again, I mentioned him the other day, and he'd been playing kind of a dummy half role, but you chose him ahead of James Bell today in replacing Morgan. Is that?
Yeah, well, I think Jake's just had more minutes under his belt than James Bell in the last couple of weeks. So it was a really tough choice, and I would have been comfortable either way with either starting. But I thought Jake, having played a bit more, he probably deserved that opportunity.
Just on the two tries in the second half, they were easy on the eye, weren't they?
Yeah, good.
They were really good moves. Tristan wasn't in the game as much as normal, but bang, makes a break like that. Jack Wellsby's pass. The dream of a pass, wasn't it? Yeah,
and that's it. And I think the challenges for us from an attacking point of view today is when things are not quite going for you, which they weren't in the first half, is don't get frustrated. Yeah. You just keep playing our style of rugby, and I really like the fact that despite the fact that Jack and Tristan's probably fingerprints weren't on the game as much as they was last week, but that's going to be the case in big games. So it's about nailing the opportunities when you get them, and today when they did, they took them.
Mike?
Bell took his try well, but before that some of his carries were worth the waiting goal. He takes them pulling down, doesn't he?
Yeah, some of his carries. I thought some of those plays when they were going for short kickoffs as well were incredible. He almost looked like the AFL footballer, didn't he? So it's great that he could. Kyle brings a lot to our team. Quite clearly a gifted finisher, and we've seen that for years now in the NRL. But there's a lot more to his game. His ball carry's fantastic. He's the way he catches is fantastic. So yeah, he's been great for us since he's come to the club.
Those short kickoffs, those short goal line dropouts have brought them down mentally. Yeah, you're not tempted to do any yet.
Not yet. It's not something that we're prepared to dismiss because like I said, the game's ever evolving there, and there are going to be times when we maybe need the ball back. But the way we were defending, we just feel that we like to back our defence there and not really look to get the ball back. But like I said, we'll keep our eye on that one.
Tough to see anything you've played so far this season. Do you learn something from your team in terms of how you're breaking teams down when it's a bit tougher a challenge? Yeah,
I think we needed that today, and we'll learn some lessons from it. I still believe, like we say, we've got some improvements in us. I thought there were periods of today's game where we got a little bit loose. However, I like what we're doing both sides of the ball at this stage of the season, and we will work hard as a group and as a team to find those improvements in the coming weeks, because we're going to need to.
And we got them up for the try there. We certainly had one back straight away, didn't we?
Yeah, and that's what I think that says a lot about the kid. When you make an error and concede a try, quite often young players can go into the shell there and go away from the game. In fact, Harry did the opposite. He went after the game, and that's a great sign for a young man.
Anyone else?
Quick word on Daz Clark, 100th career try.
Yeah.
Had a great career, but yeah, nice one for him. That.
Yes, I think someone's just pointed that out to him in the dressing room. He's pretty chuffed with himself, I think. But I'm more impressed with the longevity through the middle, getting through his defensive work. He's been playing with a couple of niggles in the last couple of weeks, as Daz. So he's really put his hand up for the team, and he gets his reward with the try, which is great to see.